Georgia has got me on the spot here. I feel like I'm taking a dose of castor oil, but here goes. I hope y'all enjoy this. My name is Mary Ellen Becker Hatcher. I was named for my paternal grandmother, Mary Ellen McGrath Becker, a really grand lady. I was born in Brookhaven, Mississippi, February the 20th, 1917. I think I was born at the house, but I'm not sure. My sister, if there was a hospital here at that time. My sister said since it was close to Mardi Gras that she and the other children in the family were at a neighbor's house getting costumes on for either a Mardi Gras parade or party. I can't remember what she said. And somebody came down and said, y'all have a little baby sister. Big deal. I went to the St. Francis Catholic School for 7 or 8 years, I can't remember. My father's family was Catholic. All of them were Catholic. My mother was an Episcopalian, but we were all reared in the Catholic religion. Then I went to Brookhaven High School and graduated from high school in Brookhaven, Mississippi, and went to Highlands College in Virginia, Roanoke, Virginia, and graduated there in 1940 with a BA degree, a major in psychology and a minor in biology. And in September of 1940, I married your grandfather, Van R. Hatcher. And let's see, some of my memories of my childhood, these are just taken at random. I remember a friend who lived on our street, and I went to the same school. Maybe we were both at the Catholic school. I can't remember what age we were. And we decided we wanted to play hooky one day, so we said we didn't feel well, and we both went home. And my mother put me to bed and gave me, speaking of castor oil, a dose of castor oil. I called my friend to see what she was doing. Rebecca Taylor, I think was her name. She was outside playing. She hadn't been punished or anything. She got off scot-free. Let's see, my memories of the Catholic school and the nuns. One of the nuns told me I had a face like a morning glory. It showed everything I thought. I remember that. I remember playing hopscotch and jacks and marbles out on the dirt ground at the Catholic school. I remember occasionally the nuns had a convent next to the school, and they served meals there sometimes. Occasionally, so we would eat there. I don't know what the occasion would be. Maybe, I don't know why, maybe we wanted to. And my memory of food was that they had a delicious rice pudding.
Okay, get it out. What was the best sandwich you ever had?
Oh, the best sandwich. Oh, that's way further on down. When I was going to college in Virginia, I went to Washington, D.C. and visited Hiram Cassidy and his wife. My father was Hiram's guardian. His parents died when he was very young, and they had asked me on a spring break when I was at Highlands to visit them. He was at Annapolis, and they lived at Annapolis, and they let me drive that car to Washington, D.C. I remember that was a big thrill. I was driving all over Washington by myself. Can you believe that? And also, the best soup I ever had was a cream of mushroom soup that Hiram's mother-in-law made while I was staying with them with fresh mushrooms. I've never had such a delicious mushroom soup.
So where was the best sandwich?
The sandwich was, I rode the bus back to Highlands from Annapolis, and the bus stopped at a bus station, and I had a delicious ham sandwich. It must have been Virginia ham, I'm sure. I remember watching the lady make the sandwich. They had those little containers. Have you ever seen them, Georgia, with the lettuce and the mayonnaise and the ham? It was delicious. But anyway, to back up, let's see, what else was I going to... briefly, I took piano from a nun at the convent, but it must not have taken because I don't have any memory of, I guess I'm not musical. I just remember a real cold room we went in, and there was a piano in it, very austere room, and I would take piano lessons. That didn't last very long, I don't think. I remember taking dancing lessons. One of my daddy's cousins lived here for a good while as a young older woman before she married, and she taught dancing. somewhere here, and I remember taking tap lessons from her. And let's see, what else do I remember? We always had dogs at my house. I always had a pet dog. Oh, and the nicest Christmas present I ever got, one Christmas, my mother and father had some man deliver a white, it was a Spitz, I believe, and I think its name was Cricket. Anyway, it was all snowy white, and he delivered it Christmas morning, and they brought it to me in bed with a big red bow on its neck. I have a real happy memory of that. And also, I remember vaguely, I'm sure I remember it, this was before electric lights and everything on the Christmas trees. Of course, we had electric lights, but they didn't have the little lights to put on the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember being back in the back bedroom at our house waiting on Christmas morning while Daddy lit all these tiny little candles all over the tree. And I remember what a glorious sight it was when you opened the door and all these candles were shining on the Christmas tree. And then I also remember coal. We had fireplaces in the house. I remember that room where we stayed while they lit the lights had a fireplace, and we had coal, scuttles of coal. You don't know anything about that, do you?
Mm-mm.
Coal fires, and then they had a big sort of pot-bellied thing out in the dining room area, which they put coal in, kind of, that heated the house. That was before air conditioning or anything. And I think I have a memory of a wood stove in the kitchen, that a stove in the kitchen, big old stove, that they either burned coal or wood in. But I don't have a real vivid memory of that, because I'm sure pretty early on, as I was growing up, you know, we had a gas and electric gas stove. I think we had gas stoves. And then we had gas heaters at the house, you know, those little gas space heaters later on. And then, of course, Laurie remembers the house was air conditioned and everything, you know. I said, Laurie remembers Daddy's house, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because Russ, yeah.
Even Russ remembers it.
Yeah. Yes, because when Daddy was leaving, my daddy, to go to the hospital, his last illness, Russ had been visiting here, and we went over to see Daddy, and Russ said something real cute, said, well, I'm leaving, Grandpa, or something, you know. And as it turned out, it was the last time he saw Grandpa. But anyway, something else I was going to tell you. Oh, a neighbor recently told me, a lady that Laurie knows, Frances Oversmith. When I was a child, I don't remember this, but we had a horse and buggy before we had a car. My sister remembers. I'm sure we've got a picture somewhere of the first car Mother and Daddy had, and then somewhere there's a picture of the horse and buggy. But anyway, Frances Oversmith said she remembers the home I grew up in. They had a little alley behind it that went down. You know that alley, Georgia, have I showed it to you?
Mm-hmm.
That goes down to the street. Well, when you go to the end of the alley and turn right to go to town, Frances Oversmith's house was sitting there. She said she remembers seeing my mother come down the alley in the cute little horse and buggy they had. Said they had a real cute horse and buggy, you know. And Mother would go to town, and she said they'd light at her house because she'd make a lot of trips to town, and they'd say, well, she got the salt on the first trip, she forgot the pepper, she went back to get the pepper. I thought that was cute. Another memory I have of my mother, she made my daddy's shirt years ago. She sewed beautifully, and she used to time herself, they said, they're telling me this, about how fast she made them, you know, timed herself, finishing them up. And then I remember, nobody darned socks anymore. I remember darning Daddy's socks, you know, and that was during the Depression, I guess. If you got a hole in the sock, you darned it to keep it. Oh, let's see, what else?
Well, what were your parents' names?
My father was Ferdinand Victor Becker, and my mother was Betty Thomas Drain Becker. And my mother was born in Clarksville, Tennessee, and her family lived there. And the way she met my father was, her mother died in the same flu epidemic that Van's mother died in, I believe. No, wait a minute. I'm not sure about that. No, her mother would have, that's not correct. Anyway, her mother died when she was very young. And her father took care of them, and she grew up in Clarksville, but her brother, Louis Drain, came down to Brookhaven to work for the railroad. And then Mother came down here and had a job, briefly, I think, at the railroad station here or something. And that's how she met my father. And then eventually, her father moved down here, and he lived with my mother, and then he would live with his son, Louis Drain, who lived next door to us.
What did your father do? He worked for the bank?
My daddy did work for the bank, I think, briefly, but then he had an insurance agency for years here. Well, he had it for over 50 years, I think. Because it seems to me I remember a 50-year celebration, and then he and his family and his sister's husband, Aunt Eileen Phillips, had the brick company here, the Brookhaven Press Brick Company, and Daddy and my Uncle Clevie Becker and my Uncle Jaffe Phillips were the original ones running the brick company, and then Uncle Jaffe's son, Jaffe Phillips, was in it, and my brother, Teeny Becker, was in it. And it was here for a long, long time, one of the first businesses, industries here in Brookhaven years ago. And let's see, something. Oh, well, the biggest event in my life, if you want to know the biggest, the biggest memory as a child I had was a trip we took. My sister also went to Highlands College and graduated there, and when I was about 9 or 10 years old, Mother and Dad and I drove up to Highlands to her graduation ceremony. We were there. And I also have a memory of eating on that trip. We stopped and spent the night with my Aunt Donnie DeBartolome in Birmingham, Alabama, and she had a home out on the mountains there, and they had raspberries growing on the side of the mountain. I remember picking fresh raspberries.
That was your mother's sister?
Yes. And then I remember some hotel we stayed in, they were selling raspberries somewhere in the groceries or something, and we got delicious fresh raspberries. We got a box of raspberries and ate them in the hotel room, I remember. And I remember somewhere on that trip we had a meal at a tea room that was really good. And then, let's see, after we went to the graduation at Highlands, then we went by wherever this boy from Brookhaven, Malin Hale, was in college at either BMI or BPI. I can't remember where we picked him up. He drove home with us. And we went to Washington, D.C., and that's the first time I'd ever been to Washington. And we went in, I guess we went to the White House. I don't remember the White House, but I think we must have. We went to, we stayed at a hotel there, and I remember I had a delicious split pea soup. That's so crazy. At the hotel one night. And then I remember going to some fish place that was supposed to be real nice and have, what's this that you get the things and crack the claws?
Oh, lobster?
Lobster, I guess. That was a big deal. Had lobster there. And my mother's brother at that time lived in Washington, D.C. He was with us. He and his wife, I guess. And we went up in the Washington Monument, and my vivid memory of that was my mother had a horror of heights, and why she ever went up with us, I don't know. When we got to the top, did y'all go in the Washington Monument?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, anyway, at the top, the elevators in the middle of the room, the elevator thing, and then the windows on the side. Well, Mother clung to the wall crying. She was terrified, and every time anybody got near a window, she would scream at them to come back. I don't know why she even went up in. then let's see. Well, the nicest thing that ever happened to me was meeting Van Hatcher, your grandfather.
And how did y'all meet?
And that really was the nicest thing that ever happened to me. And having 3 beautiful daughters was, I guess, the second, third, and fourth nicest thing that happened to me. And I've had a lovely life, really. What is that expression? Some poem I've read about pleasant. My lines have been laid in pleasant places. I've been very fortunate.
So tell us the story of how you met.
Well, Van had a room here. He came here to work for the State Tax Commission, and he had a room in Mrs. Frank Harrison's house, and her daughter, Elaine, worked for the State Tax Commission in the office where Van worked, and she arranged a blind date for me with Van one Christmas holiday. I guess I was home from college, you know, to go to a dance. And there was big excitement of me going to the dance with my blind date. Went down to Bernard's. I decided I didn't have anything to wear, and took a dress out of the window that I liked, and I took it over to my grandmother's house, and my Aunt Abby Briscoe and her husband and child were living there with them. And Aunt Abby and Mommy took the hem up, and Uncle Stuart Briscoe gilded my shoes to wear. We always laughed about that. And I went to the dance, and then Van and I dated. That must have been...
I thought y'all met at a party.
No.
Where you didn't know him, and you walked up and said, "Who are you?"
No, well, he may have said that, but we haven't...
Well, did that happen? Was he at a party at your house?
I don't remember that, but I don't know. But I think he was my blind date with that dress, I believe. I know it. Because we went out to Lizzie Becker's house after the dance. She had a cocktail party or something. And then we dated from then on. And I remember maybe that might have been at Christmas. I remember they always put me on the train here to go back to Highlands. And I remember one trip that I went back to Highlands, Van gave me a corsage of cream-colored yellow roses that was about this long, just maybe a dozen rosebuds in it. I was so thrilled.
So what was it that attracted you to Grandpa? Why did you stay with him?
Do we have to go into that?
Yeah. I'm interested to know.
Well, I just fell in love with him. I don't know. How do you know? I fell in love with him, and that was it. Now, this is getting kind of personal, if you ask me.
I just thought maybe there was something that was different about him from other guys.
But anyway, let's see. And Van picked out this lot on this street, and it was a perfect choice because we've had nice neighbors, and it's really one of the nicest streets in town. And when we built over here, there were hardly any houses on this street at all. You know, it was all wood.
And your sister-in-law's brother owned this land? Adeline's brother?
No, no.
I thought...
Oh, wait, yes, S.E. Morton probably owned this land, yes.
That's what Grandpa told me.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's correct if he told you that. Yeah, the Mortons owned all this land, I think, all down here. They sold all of it, you know.
And you built it in brick because you got bricks from the brickyard?
Well, we didn't get them free.
Well, no, I know, but...
Well, we were just going to build a brick house because Grandpa had the brickyard. And I had been reared to believe that brick was the best. Well, you know, brick is nice. Oh, now I'm getting so tired, Georgia. I'm worn out. Let's see.
Why don't you let me go to my questions? You've been kind of jumping
I
around.
know it. Well, anyway.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What is your favorite memory of your parents?
Oh, dear. Well, I have a memory of Daddy and me fighting over the Saturday Evening Post magazine.
Y'all both wanted the same section, or you both wanted...
We both wanted to read it first, and I'd sit on it to keep him from getting it or something. Well, I have a nice memory. Mother and Daddy used to love to play bridge, and I have memories of them playing bridge, you know, with their friends, and wonderful memory of my mother being a wonderful mother. She loved children. She loved Laurie. I just wish she could have lived longer to see all of our children.
Yeah.
She loved all of her grandchildren. I guess my memories of my house are the wonderful meals. We always had delicious meals.
Did she have maids to help her, or she did it all herself?
We had a cook. No, we always had a cook, black cook, and then we had a black maid would come in and clean the house once a week. We always had a cook.
How many brothers and sisters do you
Of
have?
course, Mother superintended the meals.
Uh-huh.
I had 3 brothers and 1 sister. My sister was the oldest, I was the youngest, and 3 brothers in between.
And what are all their names?
Boozy, who was Ferdinand Francis Becker, Teeny, who was Walter Drain Becker, and Victor, who was Henry Victor Becker. Walter Drain was named for members of my mother's family, and Boozy was named for my grandfather. See, my daddy was Ferdinand Victor, but Boozy was named Ferdinand Francis. That was my grandfather's name, Ferdinand Francis.
And what was your sister?
Betty Thomas Becker. She was named, of course, for her grandmother and my mother, too, both.
And that's who we're calling it Tet.
Ain't that right? And, of course, the nicknames are Boozy and Teeny, you know.
Did you ever have a nickname?
Oh, in college, people used to call me Simone.
Why?
Because there was an actress named Simone, and somebody used to think I looked like her. But then Aunt Eileen Phillips's son, Peter Phillips, used to call me Mimi, or some kind of funny name. I can't remember. He's dead now.
Did you have a best friend when you were a child?
Well, my double first cousin, Betty Drain, lived right next door to us. You see, her father and my mother were brother and sister, and my father and her mother were brother and sister. And she lived, we were real good friends, and we went to the Catholic school together, and then she moved to Jackson, I think, when we were, maybe when we were finishing up at the Catholic school, maybe. But we had a wonderful playhouse. They had a great big chinaberry tree in their backyard. It is strange, backyard. This chinaberry tree had huge spreading branches similar to the live oak trees now. I mean, this chinaberry tree did. I don't know if all chinaberry tree. It was a real old one. And you probably don't know a chinaberry tree, do you?
No.
Well, it has little berries on it. You don't see them much now. Anyway, her brother, somebody in her family, built us a tree house up there. We had a big platform that we could walk on and seats all around, and we could climb up in it. And then, in that alley I'm speaking of, there was some empty buildings, like they used them for garages maybe, but nobody has cars in them. And she and I built a playhouse in there. You know, we had little things we put around in it for our playhouse, and we'd get mad at each other, and we'd stand in the alley. I'd stand at my end of the alley, and she'd stand at her end of the alley, and we'd scream, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me."
That reminds me of the song you used to sing when I was little, taking a bath. I don't want to play in your yard.
I don't want to play.
What are the words to that?
Oh, you'll be sorry when you see me sliding down my cellar door. Oh, what is the beginning of that song? 2 little girls in blue, lad, 2 little girls in blue. They were sisters, we were brothers, and learned to love the 2. This is another one, I think.
Yeah.
1 little girl in blue, lad, won your father's heart. Became your mother, I married the other, but we have drifted apart. Because that's not the right tune. Mother used to sing that. But what? I can't remember those.
I don't remember all the words.
Anyway.
But I